Maskee is the patent pending and trademarked beauty device invented by JoAnn, JoJo, Emale, to prevent makeup from transferring on your clothes when changing. This device started when JoJo was competing in beauty pageants. She was tired of the unorthodox methods she had to use simply to put on an outfit. In December 2016, JoAnn sketched the Maskee design on a napkin and began building the first patent design of its kind. From there, she began working through the growing pains of a first time inventor and finally launched her product on February 22, 2022, through her store, the Maskee Shop. The Maskee Shop is the location of Maskee and all the amazing devices JoJo believes is the perfect addition to your vanity. JoJo is proud to be the first patent pending solution for the prevalent problem. Hi, JoAnn. I'm so excited to be here with you today and learn all about your brand, Maskee. It's going to be so exciting to talk about.
Yes, thank you so much, Don, for having me. I'm so excited.
So first, I want to ask you a little bit about your background because I was reading about you and I feel like you have an incredible story. So tell
Yeah, absolutely. So I am JoJo Emale. I'm the inventor of Maskee. It's the patent pending trademark beauty device that I invented to prevent makeup from getting on your clothes when changing. So the background of that comes from my history competing in beauty pageants where I was getting sponsored gowns, I was getting sponsored outfits, and I was either overstretching the neck to get my outfits on, or I was just simply ruining them. And
Mm.
between my dry cleaning bill, trying to be a baddie on a budget, all of the things. I was like, what is the solution to getting your clothes on without getting makeup on it? I would look to my left, I'll see some of my pageant sisters with plastic bags on their heads. Look to my right, I'd see people with towels or miscellaneous t-shirts just to prevent the makeup transfer. So I invented Maskee. It comes in this packaging, comes in its own zipper pack with instructions included, but I'm gonna save this one for someone who purchases it and show you the one that's outside of the package. And we have multiple colorways. But yeah, this is Maskee.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I have my screen blur
Oh, it's
on, so you
okay. Yeah, if
can't
you put
see
it
it fully.
reverse. No.
But let me see if I can turn that off.
This is so exciting. I think it's such a great idea. I always think about this when I'm in like a changing room in like a department store.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so frustrating because, like, obviously, if you're trying clothing on, you don't want to get your makeup and everything all over that. So I feel like just for that alone, it would be amazing, you know?
Absolutely. And yeah, Maskey is very versatile.
Oh.
So how it works, as you can see here, it has this drawstring at the top. We also have Maskey down. We have multiple colorways where the drawstring attachment is actually facing downward.
Oh,
And you essentially put Maskey on. Some girls have been using it and guys have been using it to also protect their hair when they're changing in and out of clothes to prevent the frizzies. But
yes.
you essentially put it on like so.
Oh,
You
that is
right
so good.
behind your ears, you pull the drawstring down and it adheres to your head and you can change in and out of your clothes. You can still breathe. I can still see you. And it
Yeah.
also has a cape for people who bring their makeup down. So that way
Oh,
you're totally covered. Then
yeah.
when you're ready to take it off, just pull it up. Boom, no makeup
That
on your clothes.
that is so good.
Yeah, and masking down is for people that can't really pull over their head. They
Got
can
it.
just pull it underneath.
Oh, wow. So you came up with like 2 versions of it, and you said a few different
Yes.
colors too?
Yes, we have multiple colorways, and each of our cup. Funny enough, each Maskey is named with a four-letter name. I don't know why I chose four. Just it spoke to me.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
the one that you saw, that's Maskey Black. We have red, we have blue, and we also have three additional colorways where we're going to be putting out this fall that I'm really excited about to have a different spin on our current concept. So,
Oh, nice. I like that it's, like sheer like see-through, like breathable. So
yes.
I feel like that's so important. You don't wanna put something over you that feels like you can't breathe, It's
Exactly. So it's like, especially if you're someone that's claustrophobic, or let's say you're a model at a go see,
yeah,
they're like literally sometimes they just have you there and you have to put your clothes on and off.
quick,
And
quick.
you don't have to take your masky off between changes because it's so secured to your head. This isn't something that's going to be fidgeting or moving. You could just keep on going. You can still have a regular conversation. Now, I'm not going to tell people, disclaimer, do not run around in a masky for
No.
10 hours. No, no,
No.
you will pass out
Yeah,
like anything you put over
right.
your head. But it's still a functional device. You can breathe. This is breathe, see, do everything that you wanted to do, but it makes sure that there's no makeup on your clothes.
Oh.
Whether you're a model or a cheerleader or just an everyday person who wants to wear all white, and you're
Yeah,
like, well, I
yeah.
just did my makeup and now I have
And
to put on a white turtleneck. How am
it's
I going to do that today?
all of the time. I think that has happened almost every single day. I can say that I think about it when I put anything on, and it's so, especially white, it's so frustrating because as hard as you try to stretch the neck out or like
hmm
bend it over without,
you're like pulling your
I,
clothes, and then now you're mad because your collar looks wrong, and then you're like
yes,
looking unkempt. And for me, that was my frustration. And I realized relatively quickly, this is not just a everyday people problem. This is like any situation, your
yeah.
wedding day. What, like, imagine the biggest moments in your life.
Mm,
Imagine, you just get your makeup done at 6 a.m. because that's the only time your MUA is available, but your event's not till 8 o'clock at night and you have to
yes.
change through four different outfits.
Oh, that
How
is
are
so
you gonna
true.
do that?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
instead of paying $30 to $50 to get a custom piece dry clean, you
yeah.
can wash this. This is reusable.
That was
The
my next
material is
question.
durable. You can throw it in the washer, use it again, put it back in your pack, and you're good to go.
So it's
And
reusable. You can use them
it's
from,
reusable, it's
yeah,
washable, it's breathable, it's all of the things. If you know you're gonna go shopping, it's small enough to just throw in your bag. It's
yeah,
throw it in your suitcase, take it with you on vacation. And it's one of those things that I like to say, it's like, if I were to be back in my model days like I was, I would say put it in your model kit, put it in your
yes.
actor's kit,
And
put
even
it in
like
your cheer bag.
stylists put it in your, like I styled tons of editorials is what I started out doing. And I would have loved this because I was always scared that I was going to ruin the clothing. And then how am I going to give that back to, I mean, if they're samples, you have to give them back to the brands. And sometimes you don't have time to go dry clean, do anything to them,
Yeah.
and you don't want to spend that money. I mean, this would save stylists all over the place because you wouldn't have to.
Exactly. And it has a luxury appeal to it because think about it. If I were a stylist going to meet with a top tier client, I'm going to meet with Beyonce and I'm going to say, hey, Beyonce, we're about to try on these
Yeah,
Dolce and Gabbana gowns, and
right.
I'm going to throw this towel on your face so you don't ruin it for me.
No.
What, like that, the whole composition of that is just odd to me.
It's
So I was
so,
like,
so true.
here's a luxury device. It has a name, it has an identity. You know
Mm,
what it is. Grab my Maskee, let me put it on. Let's get through quick changes. My biggest goal and dream is to see like some of my favorite stars. Like, remember when they used to do behind the music, and you'll see
yes.
them running off stage and
Yeah.
doing a 30-second quick change. I'm like,
Oh,
I would love to see Maskee when
yes.
they're
It
going
needs
under
to
the
be.
stage to change into their next wowing piece,
I
you
love
know?
it. It needs to, it definitely needs to be because it just I mean, honestly, it just makes sense. How long ago did you come out? When did you create this?
So I've been working on Maskey for 6 years, and I actually launched it in February. And
Oh,
the
wow.
reason, yeah, and the reason it took so long is because not only was I wanting to make sure that I patented my idea, because this isn't an idea that is just, people have always had a similar thought, like I need to do this, but no one
Right.
has ever really took the effort to do it.
No,
So I was like, I'm gonna put the patent out there. I'm gonna do the trademark. I'm an entrepreneur, and so when you're the person building it, funding it,
everything.
making it move, it takes a bit of time, but I'm a perfectionist in that regard because I could have thrown anything together and said, just
No.
protect yourself.
Yeah, no, you
But
can tell that you thought about all the details. Even the fact that you did two different styles, like an over the head and unders, like that's thought out. That is definitely thought out.
thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
How has the journey been as an entrepreneur? Would you say it's had like ups and downs or just longer than you thought?
I think one of the things that you learn in entrepreneurship is that you have to take it day by day.
Mm,
Every day is genuinely different. And if you're one of those people that are like, I'm leaving my corporate world to become an entrepreneur and think that it's simple and you're just going to be in your G Wagon by tomorrow,
yeah, not happening.
it's not happening. You're working 9 to 9.
I
You're the receptionist, you're social, you're all of the things until you're able to build out your team, which is what it took me 6 years to do, is to get people in place to
Yeah,
be able
yeah,
to do the things that I need them to do so I can be the best version of myself too.
definitely.
So being an entrepreneur has been a lot, but it's something that is worthwhile. And I know that ultimately when this product is finally in all the major retailers I want them to be in, that, this journey was worth it and it'll help me
Yeah.
build something for my future.
Absolutely. I think that is so true. And it's like you just have to have the ability to stick through it. I feel like that's what I always say. I'm like, you just got to be able to stick through it and not give up and be able to pivot, make changes, do what you got to do. And it sounds like you've definitely done that to get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. It's absolutely incredible. I think the fact that you have it patented too is so, I mean, that that step, which I know takes a lot, it takes a lot to do, and there's a lot of little details involved in that that can just, you know, make it more complicated. The fact that you've done that, I feel like is really, really good and an essential part, and especially something like this. So that's
Thank you,
incredible.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't teach you that a lot. I don't think
No.
that, they tell you become an entrepreneur, you can do cool things, but they don't tell you to protect your intellectual property.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and then they don't tell you
Especially
how
something like
costly it
this.
is to do so.
Right, right.
That they didn't
No,
tell me either.
it is, it definitely is, and I feel like, one little change to something can affect the whole brand, so you wanna make sure you really, really cover yourself and are secure with that,
Mhm.
with the trademark for the name and everything, and then also the patent. I mean, they're 2 very big parts of a brand, which is very, like, encouraging to hear that you've thought about that because you would never want something like this, that you put your time and effort into and have anything taken from you. So I think that it's really, I'm glad to hear, like, I'm happy to hear that. And I've kind of been down that road myself, and it's a lot, but very important. So
It
it's
is a
nice.
lot. It's
What
a lot.
are you in any stores right now, or are you just on your website? Where can people find it?
So you can find Maskee at themaskeeshop.com.
Hmm.
And then also we're on Instagram at the Maskee Shop as well. The
Nice.
reason is the Maskee Shop, of course, number one, it houses Maskee.
Right.
But number two, we also have some other products offerings that we have. We have our Victoria Luxe brush set as well, which is our luxury brush set.
Oh, okay.
So everything that we do is incorporating the idea of what's on your vanity. A
Mm,
Maskee would be on your vanity. You probably did your makeup with your Victoria Luxe brushes, and then you need to put your Maskee on and change clothes. Well, I'm in Texas. I'm a Texas girl. It's hot, and everything is big in Texas.
yeah.
So we have our big OG hand fans, which are
Oh,
extra large,
I
extra
love
obnoxious
it.
hand fans that just does what needs to be done. We have
Yeah,
multiple colorways to match your Maskee as well, just in case you're in the middle of, I thought about the different scenarios that people are in.
yeah.
Your wedding day, your nerves are getting the best of you, fan her off, get the
Right.
big OG, bring the big OG, or, you just got your makeup done. You're a little hot. It gets really sweaty under all that foundation. You're caked up, and it's just, you want to cool off. You need your makeup brushes. These are, we're trying to make it the essential go-to for every woman and man that wants to, build out their vanity, build out their kit, amplify their professionalism, or just make their everyday life better.
Yeah.
That's what Maskee's for. It's just to be that item, but then the Maskee shop is to be that identity. So
Yeah, I love it. I think that's great that you have a shop outside of just the one product. I think you've kind of like thought in advance to know that like where the brand is going to, which also many people don't think about. And sometimes they just have that one product, and it's nice to know that you're able to go there and also find, other things, which I'm sure you'll probably be adding more products to the shop too.
yes, I'm the working to add so many different aspects to the business. My
Mm,
ultimate goal is just to see this be a full-fledged company offering just many different pieces that make up beauty and fashion all
yeah.
together because it all goes hand in hand. And it's funny in uncovering over the years of making this product, I realized like again, not only is it just for okay, people who are wearing makeup, like actors need it, actresses when you're on set,
Yeah.
it's funny because we actually had one of a fashion stylist send in a reel with her
Yeah.
using it on her male client.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, wait, I can use it. I'm like, that's why we have multiple colorways. I have pink for my girly girls. And
Yeah.
I kind of dropped a bug because pink
Huh.
hasn't officially launched, but
Oh.
we're coming out with the full pink Maskee for the girly girls. But we have most red, blue, black, and they're all ready for any use. And then also, if you're in a fashion show, you can have them color coordinated for each
Even
model.
like you just made me think of I film a lot of TV segments. I had one yesterday, and the guys and the women, the anchors on the shows, they're constantly, changing, putting, or not ready yet, but getting, I mean, the guys all get their makeup, the women all get their makeup, like news
Mhm.
anchors. There is like an endless list of people that can use this. It's
Anybody can use it. And
yeah,
anybody who subscribes to using makeup can use
right,
Maskee.
right,
And
yeah,
even if you're
exactly.
not using makeup, even if you're just in FX and
Or
special effects,
yeah, or like sweating, like if you know that you're a guy who sweats. I mean, guys, friends that go to weddings, I know that they like, if it's hot out,
perspire.
yeah, and you don't want to get that on the clothing. Throw that on before you put your tie on, your suit and everything. I mean, honestly, it's really endless. So I'm
Yeah,
excited for you and your brand.
thank
It's very,
you.
very incredible. I love I get more inspired every day when I do these chats and I talk to entrepreneurs and I find out about new brands. It's so important for me. A big part of this channel and doing these live talks is to bring brands like yours out more and show them off more, because I think I mean, you're what people need to know about, and I love supporting that. I think it's so good to be able to support brands that are coming out and creating new things. I know what it takes to really get out there, and I hope this just pushes it even more. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you
Um,
so much, Don. I
where
really
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that. No,
Where can where can everyone find you on social? I think that
so, of course, like I told you, you could find Maskee at the Maskee Shop. You can find me at jojo.emale.
JoJo.
That's Emale. So jojo.emale. So far, my my IG analytics has me after jojo.em. You can find me pretty quickly.
Okay.
But if you got to type the full name, jojo.emale. And yeah, you can connect with me there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I'm happy that to talk to you and find you. I hope everyone else does. All the information is going to be in the description box below. I will be socializing it everywhere and sharing more about it, and I'm definitely getting one too. So,
Yay! Well, I'm so excited and I can't wait to see you in your Maskee.
yeah, absolutely. I will definitely take pictures and talk about it. So, thank you so much for this today. It was really fun.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.